Let me see. So, hello and welcome back. So, today I wanted to talk about something that is very interesting. This time it's truly interesting though. So, today's topic is how low people can get. It's just very amusing. So, I'm going to say this story, and this happened today, just now. Let me just fix this real quick. So, there's something to test your competency to be in clinic, and I realized that some things were like I didn't find them; they were missing. Something that like you put over your head, and I think that costed like I think about $4,000. So I requested it off of one of the my colleagues or my classmates, and he brought it for me, and it was just no problem. And he was so nice about it. And I requested two things from two other girls. One is a charger, and the other one I requested something where you can see the reflexes. Something that is, I think about $3,000. And I'm gonna just focus on this one girl. A month after this was over, she messages me. She's like, I have photos before and after. You switched out, and this is supposedly somebody who, I called a friend, or I didn't even call a friend. It was like a good acquaintance. So she said, you switched it out. I returned everything back to everyone. No one said a thing. And for her particular thing is that it was always out of charge. So I returned it to her the next day, unlike the rest, which I took for about a week. So what happened was she told me that I switched it, even though I never used it because it was out of charge. When she came and brought it back, she brought the charger with it because she has a different brand than I do. She's like this to me. Um, I told her like when she came the next day, and I even had her over. I gave her um, I gave her a little bit of tea and a little bit of dates, and she's like, I'm still stunned at the situation. I just can't realize that people are like this. She's like, oh yeah, so I took photos before and after. I'm like, even if you took photos before and after, I just never thought of taking photos before and after. I just didn't think that like anyone would have a picture before. Like you had this in mind this whole time. You had this in mind. You made it up. I genuinely, her stuff that she gave me never came out of my backpack because I never had the charger. So I had to use other people's. And that night, I remember giving somebody like a homeless man. I gave him charity, and I remember it was so like I felt so good, and I feel like God rewarded me by me finding my ret, my actual thing, which is a different brand than hers. So she said that it was switched, and I told her, why would I switch it? Like I have a different brand. Why would I like? What am I benefiting if I'm switching it with, like? She's saying that hers is not really hers, and it was someone else's, or I think she was trying to say that it was counterfeit. And I was like this really doesn't look good on you. Like, what do you mean it's not yours? Um, Hers had a pink handle, which is unlike all the other ones. They're just like metal. Yeah. So when she came to my place, she was telling me how nice my place was and that she wishes to have. So I called one of her best friends that used to be her best friend, and now she no longer talks to her. And she told me, and I was thinking like this girl's gonna like I have other witnesses because I've borrowed other people's stuff, but no one came up and told me, it's not mine. I was thinking she's trying to get money off of me. She was blackmailing me. In the same time, I was just thinking, forget about the blackmailing. Like, I just didn't see it in her. I didn't see this personality in her. I did not see her being the person that would come up with things. Like, this was completely fake. This was completely made up. Completely made up. And the only time that I felt like only God is my witness. Like I actually never even had like I didn't take pictures or anything. I just thought like I'm borrowing it and then I'm gonna bring it back, and I didn't even use it because I already found mine. It was like this. The only person that I returned her stuff immediately, and she's probably wondering why. Now a month later, so her friend told me she's probably like that I have no proof of it working, and it's true. It never worked. It was always either out of charge, and now she's trying to get a new ret off of me. That's the only explanation to it because it was hers. I just looked at it. I was like, oh, it's out of charge. I put it back. But really, how could people be like this? And currently, she has an issue with a teacher who got her in trouble. And yesterday, she messaged me. She's like, I'm having a lot of issues with my schooling. There's a guy that got me, like, I was like, does it have to do? Because when she came over and she sat here, she told me that she has problem with a particular teacher. She told me his name. So I told her on text message, does it have to do with the same teacher you told me about? And she's like, no, but I'll tell you and update you. I was like, if you need anybody to talk to, I'm here. So she then afterwards messaged me today, like, did you talk to this teacher? And did you switch out my red? Did you talk to my teacher? I'm like, why? Like, he doesn't even teach me. I never even had her teacher. She's a first year and I'm a third year. Like, I'll never ever have had interaction with her teacher. She thinks that I'm the one that told on her or got her somehow in trouble. That's what I understood, because she didn't tell me what's going on. I was like, no, are you sick? I have nothing to do with your teacher. Neither. This is like, I'm like, thank you for teaching me that there's people like you. Like, I texted her, I'm like, thank you for teaching me there's people like you. Like, yeah. Um, yeah, I just didn't know there were people like this. I remember, like, the text message. And I really truly did not know there's people like this. Like, from now on, even people you think they're good and your friends, and she looked so sweet. Make sure that you take your measures. Make sure that you're taking pictures, because you never know. I mean, these pictures, whichever pictures she took, they're tampered with. Whatever it is, she's the one that played with it because it was hers. Like 100%. What I like can't believe. I can't believe there's people like that. And I'm thinking that because she's down, she's trying to drag people down with her. But anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. But I initially, was talking and this morning about being initially worried for no reason. But sometimes the reason comes out later. Oh, I forgot to say. Her friend called me at 5, and she's like, "Oh, she's been trying to reach you, so and so." I'm like, "Why isn't she texting me?" She's like, "Yeah, she's been texting you." I was like, "I didn't get anything. Like, is everything okay?" She's like, "No, she's just been trying to reach you." She told me that I switched her stuff. And don't try and help people that are broken. You will be really caught by the broken pieces. Like, her career is collapsing, and I was just trying to be nice to her. But her, in her head, she thought that I was trying to, she took pictures because she's the person that would switch. She's that person. You see people how you are, and you don't expect. The good people always get stabbed because they never expect there is that type of people in this world. I genuinely did not expect any human to be that low. I just did not expect that someone is going to give you something just to be like blackmail you later. And she knows it's her stuff. She knows it so well, and yet she's still making it up. This type of people, this is the reason good people get stabbed in the back. I never thought of taking pictures. Ever. I was like, I'm going to return what I have. Like, I just didn't. But now, how I know people, like, she's scary. That scared me. Like, that genuinely scared me. That just made me like, that's just so scary. I think I like my hair up. Maybe I'll put it down. I know I look better with my hair down. But yeah, yeah. And did you talk to the teacher? Why on earth would I talk to the teacher? Just because I asked you? Like, I was trying to be nice by asking you. Anyways. Yeah, anyways, she was like this. She's like, yeah, mine is switched. I'm like, we can take it that route. I can bring the people I know and their witnesses. We can go that route if you want. I was gonna send her this long message that, like, I have no proof of your thing working, so you just came a month later just to get a new ret off of me, like, kind of milk money off of me by just threatening me. That's what I wanted to say. But then she's like, did you talk to him? I'm like, no, you're sick. I was like, are you sick? Why would I talk to your teacher? And he's a first year teacher and I'm a third year student. And then I was like this, what is it? Oh, what is it? I'm forgetting. Yeah. And she's like, don't talk to me like that. That's not my ret. That's all I'm saying. Have a good effing day. I'm like, you just made it up. You just, like, made this whole accusation up just to do that. And I still have one of her stuff. I'm like so scared of touching it. Like, I'm like, what if something happens to it? I'm like, you know what? Check the thing. Is this something? It's cheaper, but I'm gonna drop it off tomorrow. I just didn't like how it ended. Like, I thought she was a good person, really. But in any case, I'm going to stop the video here. And this is definitely a great introduction to People 101.